Hey everyone, welcome back to our Heritage Group channel. My name is G, and today we're presenting a 1974 BMW 2002. This thing is just so damn fun. I'm gonna put the window up and attempt to do this with the window, with just this triangle window open. There's no AC, obviously. Sorry if you hear some road noise here or wind noise, but I can't do this without AC or a window open. So besides that, let's get into this car. So we're in the 74 2002 here. This thing, if you could see from the smile on my face, I just love this damn car. I've had two of these before. We're building one right now, a 1600, and I've always enjoyed driving these cars. This specific one, as you can see from the exterior, is finished in Sahara beige over what was originally tan interior, and then the current owner started converting it to black interior. So you can see the E30 sport seats here in black, as well as the rear seats, the bench and the back support in black. But you can still see the tan door panels all around and the tan carpet. I think it's kind of cool and matches the exterior, what it's got going on with the stripe up front. So getting into this car belongs to one of my good friends, and he purchased it from the person that originally did the paint job and the motor rebuild and everything. So the previous owner painted this car, repainted it in its original color, which is Sahara, and that black stripe that you see along the edge of the hood in the front is actually painted on. That's not a vinyl wrapped stripe, that's painted, it's matte, and I think with that stripe and the beige paint job and the tan and black interior, it really goes together very well. And it makes it unique, you know, it makes it stand out at any car show. The exterior paint job is in fantastic shape. I haven't spotted any signs of paint bubbling up due to rust, and overall it's a very clean car inside and out. On the exterior, you'll also notice the BBS RS wheels. Those RS wheels were put on by the current owner of the car, and along with the new tires and some other additional goodies around. And along with the valence and the yellow fog lights up front, I think it's perfect, you know. Also, with the exterior, there are a few parts that will be included with the sale that aren't installed on this car yet. For example, the European style chrome front bumper, along with turbo style fender flares, but that will be up to the next owner. Kind of design it and create the car of your dreams, you know, do with it what you will. It also comes with a set of spare Enki mesh wheels and good tires on them too. So it's really a build it as you like car, and it's essentially 90% of the way there, you know. All mechanically very well sorted car, and it's ready to go another lifetime. Moving on to the interior of this car, like I mentioned, it is black and tan. It has a dash cover for the dashboard up front. There is two cracks on the dash, one up top over here and one over here on this side. Otherwise, the dash itself is pretty clean for the age, and it is the original dash. And you have your additional added aftermarket Momo Indy steering wheel. Usually these wood grain steering wheels come in a lighter wood grain color, so it's refreshing to see one that's a darker grain, you know, and it actually matches the cluster grain as well. And to go with the Momo wheel, you have your Momo shift knob, which is a little bit of a 911 inspired shift knob here. I think it adds a cool touch to the car. From the stereo, you have your Kenwood head unit and your Kenwood speakers all around. Stereo plays nice, Bluetooth connectivity. Obviously no AC in this car. These never came with AC. And these seats actually feel pretty nice, you know. My initial thought when I sat in it was, because it's the E30 model, the seat is a little bit higher up than the original 2002 or E21 seats. But I myself am 6 feet tall and I have clearance still for the top. And they hug you pretty tight, feels good, looks nice. But it's not so much the exterior and interior of this car that really surprises you as it is the drivetrain. I've driven a lot of 2002s in my life, and I can hands down say this is one of the smoothest driving, sounding, and functioning 2002s that I personally had the pleasure of driving. The engine was rebuilt in 2018, and it just runs so smooth. For a carbureted M10 engine to run like this, it's surprising, you know. Even with these elevation changes, we're going up in the mountains here, it handles very well, you know, the engine runs great. When it comes to the transmission and the way this car shifts, a lot of these 2002s swapped for the 5-speed transmission, and that's understandable because when you're on the freeway, you want that overdrive gear. But these 4 speeds, I honestly haven't driven one with the 4-speed in so long that I forgot how the 4-speed feels in this car. And if you're looking for something that is built for the car, perfect gear ratio that could do back roads and canyon runs amazingly, this 4-speed does a fantastic job at it. If you're looking for something that you want to take on long cruises, long drives on the highways, if you get it into 4th gear and you're on the highway doing about 80, you're going to be around like the 4,000 RPM mark, you know. So it is pushing it a little bit, especially if you're doing long, consistently long drives. But otherwise, if this is just zipping around town, going up, having fun at car shows, cars and coffees, or taking it up for a rip up the mountain road, this 4-speed is a fantastic gearbox for this car. The way this car handles, so right now it's on ground control coilovers. The handling on this car is fantastic. A close friend of mine who has orange O2, he's had his car featured on Leno's show as well. He has ground controls on his track build resto modded O2 as well, and that's one of the best suspension coilover systems that I've felt on these 2002s. It's not back braking, it's not bouncy, you know, they got it really close to OEM-like feel with great responsiveness. So overall, suspension-wise, I would give this car really high up there, you know, 9 or 10 out of 10. Braking feels great. This is the original brakes on the car, and because it's the original transmission, engine, and everything else, I really don't think you need to upgrade the brakes. The brakes hold just fine for this car as is. And with the lightweightness of this O2, it's all about a momentum car, you know. You just want to get it up in the RPMs, up in the rev bands, keep it going, and just put your foot down and take the turns, which this car does a fantastic job at. mention my favorite thing about these old truths, which is the floor mounted pedals. It makes downshifting and rev matching so easy, it's crazy. So anyways, there you have it. This 74 2002 is live now at auction, and there's 1 week in the auction. So if you're interested in the car, if you're local to SoCal, you're welcome to come by to our studio and check out the car in person. During the auction, do any inspections that you like. Otherwise, once the auction ends, there's no more inspections, and the car will be sold. So if you have any other questions or you're not local, hit the contact seller button or leave a comment down in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Oh, and for first time bidders, this is very important. I can't stress this enough. The auction counter, the auction timer resets with every bid once it goes below the 2-minute mark. So don't hold out until the last second to place your bid. Countless number of times we've had it happen that auction ends and the last guy who really wanted the car couldn't get his bid in on time and ended up missing out on a great deal. So you don't want to be that guy. Otherwise, happy bidding, and we'll see you all at the next one.